Welcome back to another video. So I'm here, like I said in the last video, I'm here to take Gotenks on a world tour, and we're gonna talk about what I was saying at the very end of the last video about Gotenks being low-key kind of disrespected in not even necessarily in the community, but like just within the like manga itself, just the anime in itself. Like they resorted this man to an entire gag character when he first dropped. He was supposed to be the person that took out the. Now I understand. Obviously things didn't pan out that way, so on and so forth. Like they were just kids, but for the love of God, there's just never been any development on the character in itself, and it's just kind of sad. It's not even kind of sad, but it's just egregious. So, me personally, I like Gotenks better than I like Vegito, but I like Gogeta the best. Now, most people, Vegito and Gogeta are always, jousting for spot 1 and 2, and Gotenks is never really in the conversation. And like sometimes I'm always I like one day I was just like talking with one of my buddies, and I was like, hey, like why does he get disrespected to the level that he does? Like he never really got a definitive win, but anytime that Goten and Trunks ever turn into Gotenks, it's always skinny or fat Gotenks or like comedic relief. We never really get to see like prime Gotenks just beat someone's face in. And I feel like sometimes it's like you don't see it. So because you don't see it, you stop taking the character themselves seriously. And this ECA, they freaking cooked with him. I don't know why. I just felt like they were gonna do it this celebration. Random tangent. But I felt like they were going to EZA him pretty soon, and I'm very glad that they made him who he is. Like, I remember when he first came out, like, man, I wanted this unit bad. And then, I wasn't the Dokkan player I am today. So, yeah, it took me forever to get him. It took me forever, but when I finally got him, like, it was nice to use him, but it was far past his time. So he just looked worse than he actually was when he came out when I was looking at him. So to give you guys a little bit of insight on my Gotenks, my Gotenks is 79%. Obviously, not obviously, but the friend unit obviously is Rainbow. So this entire world tour is a 79% world tour. So you're gonna see him at 79% at the entire time. But yeah, like Gotenks just doesn't get that level of like recognition. It's just dumb. He's just a gag character, and I feel like I've said this a multitude of times. I've made multitudes of arguments. Yes, Gotenks is still considered a kid, whatever the case may be. But if they actually gave this kid training, like he would be freaking busted. And there's no discrediting that. He would be busted, and like I'm sorry to say that he would surpass their dads. They would surpass their dads. It's just how life is. Like that's just how the heroic story goes for children in stories. That's just how it goes. They always surpass their parents. But when it comes down to like me personally, like I said, he's as a character, I personally think that personality-wise, everything, even when he's like maxed out the cockiness, all of that, it suits him because he's a kid, which makes his character just that much better, in my opinion, than Vegeta. Now, yes, I know it's going to be egregious because Gogeta's Vegeta, Vegeta's Gogeta. gotta point out, like, most people still revere Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as one of the strongest people in all of Dragon Ball. Vegito Blue, he's pretty strong. Gogeta Blue's pretty strong. Super Gogeta, Super Vegeta strong. All of them are strong, but Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's been sitting on top. What happened? So whenever people argue, oh, Vegeto's stronger than Gogeta, the king is already decided a long time ago. And like K-Dot, he ain't dropping that crap. There ain't nobody dropping it. He ain't dropping it. I'm sorry. Gogeta has a definitive win. Yes, you could go ahead and say, yeah, Vegito was stalling against Super Buu. But the truth of the matter is, they had Dragon Balls. And I don't want to hear, well, the Earth's Dragon Balls, you had a whole nother planet. Y'all literally pulled, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they pulled the Namekian Dragon Balls and wished the planet back. So I don't want to hear. Logic is completely trumped by the story. The logic will be completely trumped by the story. Then when you get to, you know, the Fusamasu fight, like, that was a futile fight in itself because you're trying to kill a god. Y'all don't really kill gods. You kind of got a Hakaya god. I don't even think you can kill a god. Because Zamasu just got, you know, evaporated from existence. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If anybody knows that, put it in the comments. I definitely will answer that. Can you kill a god if you are like if you are not a god in the DBZ canon universe? Can you kill a god? If you know that, put it in the comments. But if you can, then Vegito might have gotten the killing blow. Might have. But I stand on the fact that Gogeta eliminated Janemba. Gogeta couldn't kill Broly because the Broly got wished away with the Dragon Balls. Vegito never went into a different dimension, but Gogeta has. And Gogeta dang near killed the dragon, the inhabitant of the Dragon Balls in itself. So I get why Vegito is liked more. He's way easier to market. On top of that, like, he's the more convenient fusion. So I definitely understand why people like him more. Like, yo, you just gotta throw in some earrings and you fuse, bro. Like, that is so easy. Most people, and me included, I will always choose the path of least resistance, and that is Vegito in the epitome of his character. Path of least resistance to get to the strongest amount of power. Because let's be honest, the fusion dance is too dang time consuming. It's too dang time consuming. That's why I personally feel like Gogeta's better, because of the simple fact that the thing you have to do to get to it is so time consuming that it's impractical in battle. It's so impractical in battle, but when you get it, it's a power buff that's so out over the moon. That's why the same thing with Gotenks. It's so impractical.
Breathe, boy. Breathe.
So impractical. Because you can't just, alright, I'm gonna stop and dance now. Like, you can't do that. So realistically, I get that that is a major argument against Gogeta. You know, just, okay, let me fly away. You're just gonna watch me do a dance. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So I completely understand why most people just kind of would say Vegito's better. Not to mention the drift is clean. Look at the left side of the screen. Look at that. The drift is clean. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the gloves all the time, but the drip is clean. And you kind of just rehashed the vest and the pants. So you could have did a little bit more with Gogeta's clothes. I'll say that. I'll say that. Vegito, he got the drip. We all know this. Let's clap it up for Vegito. But with that being said, thank you for sitting here and hearing me yap. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeet.